My name is Kylie Flem, and I am doing my video for Dispositions and Self-Assessment Survey. After reading through the self-assessment survey and kind of with the understanding that I have been a teacher in the past for a few years already, I think the number one things that kind of stuck out to me as far as dispositions that I assess, I tend to be just a happy person in general. I like to smile a lot, and I feel like, smiling just spreads joy in general. So the other students are going to pick up on that, and I've seen it and I know it, and especially just reading a lot in this class, you just build an understanding that happiness spreads. And I also feel like I have very sound, logical morals, and with that, there's so many different benefits that the students learn from, as well as I'm learning as we go along and as I'm teaching. There's different morals that I'm teaching them and they're teaching me. I'm also a sensitive person. I understand what they need and I respond to them in those ways. I just have a desire to teach in general. I want everyone to know the random little facts that I know, and especially kids. I just have a desire to work with them and teach them in any ways that I can. So those are kind of my benefits as a teacher. As far as something that I could work on for being a teacher, I know that without having my degree and being a teacher in the past, my knowledge was just kind of whatever lesson plans I was working on. I would use those lesson plans and just stick to them exactly whatever they said. I never went off book. But as far as teaching in the future and getting my bachelor's degree, I know that I'm going to use my knowledge from these courses and implement it into my teaching and use this knowledge for the better of my students, and it will make parents happier. There's so much to learn from things that I could benefit from as far as dispositions in general. And for teachers in general, what we should display, I believe the two main things that I think students and parents are looking for in teachers is friendliness and a smile. I mean, the basics are definitely important, but as far as personality-wise and dispositions, being friendly, regardless of anything, the only thing that I feel like really shows the type of person that you are is your friendly demeanor and a smile on your face. It doesn't matter for there's so many other things that don't really matter as long as you have two things, and that's a friendly smile, friendly demeanor and a smile on your face. I also think that having clean and respectable clothing is very important, especially because nowadays people kind of have lost that desire to keep a respectable look, especially in the workforce. And as far as on the inside, for a demeanor and dispositions that teachers show to other people, I think it's very important to show that you have a desire to teach in general. I don't think that the nitty-gritty details are super important to the parents. I think they just want to know that you want to teach and that you have desire to be there. I also think morals and ethics play a big role in who we are and what we should display. I think parents want to know what your desire is, what you want to teach the students. I think the last couple things that we should display as teachers on the inside is an understanding that we have a responsibility, and that responsibility is to their children, to these students, that we desire to teach them and that they're important to us. The last thing that I think is really important is building relationships with parents. Showing that to them is the top thing that you should be working on when you first get into the class, is showing the parents that you have desire to work with your students and with the parents. So that's all I have to say, and thanks for listening.